What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Columbus Blue Jackets video for you guys. I know I haven't done a whole lot of Blue Jackets content lately, but things are starting to pick up in the coaching search front as we have some names as potential options for the Blue Jackets. Of course, if you remember, we fired Brad Larson right after the season ended, and up until this point, it's been pretty quiet. But like I said, we're finally starting to see some names come up as potential options. And shout out to Mark Sheeg, who writes for the Blue Jackets. He tweeted this out earlier today, and I quote, "To summarize, it seems we know three people who have had an interview so far. Pascal Vincent, who is the internal option for the Blue Jackets. There's a lot of noise behind him possibly getting the job. Peter Laviolette, who's a former Capitals coach, and Mike Babcock, who coached with the Maple Leafs." And then Mark adds this, and I quote, "There certainly may be others. They want to decide very soon. Let's see where it goes from here." Now, this tweet was a follow up to an earlier tweet from Mark Sheeg saying how Pierre LeBrun heard that the Blue Jackets were talking to Peter Laviolette. So essentially, that's three names, and I'm sure there will be many, many more. Most likely some guys from Europe, maybe, because Jarmo Kekalainen loves his Europeans. That's for damn sure. Especially when it comes to players. He's famously taken guys that weren't even on a lot of these scouts' boards, like Igor Shinnikov a couple years ago. Nobody even heard of him. And now Igor's looking good. Yeah, Yarmo loves his Europeans. But now, when it comes to our next head coach, Yarmo has to make the right choice here. He cannot afford to mess it up, because if he does, his job may be on the line here. Now, I believe his contract runs out soon, so no matter what, he has to make a good choice here. I do not think we're going to go with a first time head coach. Some people think we will, but I don't think we will. They can't afford to. You know, we got Johnny Hockey, Patrick Laine. All we really need is to beef up the defense and improve goaltending, and we're all set. You know, I mean, last year the Blue Jackets were supposed to be a contending team, and it turned into one of the worst seasons we've ever seen. So yeah, the pressure's on. Now, when it comes to my order of preference, when it comes to these coaching candidates, I think number 4 is pretty obvious for me. It's Mike Babcock, just because of his reputation. I remember he did something with Mitch Marner, and that was kind of frowned upon by a lot of people. And I don't know how he would do with a team full of youngsters. Now, number 3 is a guy that I have not heard any noise about, but Blue Jackets fans really, really want, and that is Gerard Gallant. Personally, I think he would be really good. Actually, I'm sorry, he's number 2. Number 3 is Pascal Vincent. I forgot I kind of flip him around. Why is Pascal number 3? Because, like I said, he would be a first time legit head coach in the NHL. He's a good assistant. I don't think we're going to go with an internal again. We did that with Brad Larson, and it backfired in our face. Get it? Fired? Cannon. Now, as far as number 1, you should already know who it is. Peter Laviolette. I think he'd be perfect for the job. And it seems as a lot of Blue Jackets fans would agree. Yeah. I would like Laviolette because, I think he could help this team achieve a new level. I mean, he worked with Ovechkin and all them. Now, if we were to hire Laviolette, do you think the Blue Jackets could get Kuznetsov? I've heard that, but I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen with him. I think the Blue Jackets are going to be rather active in the trade market. I've already heard rumblings about Kevin Hayes, who they tried to trade for before the deadline. I don't know what's going to happen there, but it's going to be very interesting to see what the Blue Jackets do this offseason because, like I said, the pressure's on for Yarmo and company. Because if they don't perform, they may be gone soon. Who knows? you know? But yeah, moving on from that, we go look at my wish list for this offseason, and it's pretty simple. Uh, Give me a first line center, someone to go with Johnny and Line. We've tried many options there, and they just really didn't work out. You know, that's where Kevin Hayes or Kuznetsov would come in. I'm sure there's going to be many, many more names to pop up. But yeah, Kuznetsov, of course, he was really good at serving up pucks to Ovechkin and company. And then, of course, number two is backup goaltender because if you remember, we traded away Corpy. And I do not know if Tarasov's ready to be our full-time backup behind Elvis. And speaking of Elvis, I need that dude to be a brick wall next year. Hopefully, we can find a good goaltender coach that could turn him into a brick wall. Because that dude has been Swiss cheese the last 2 years. And it's sad because he used to be one of the best tenders in the freaking league. And he's been bad the last couple of years. A lot of people might blame it on the accident that happened on the 4th of July a couple of years ago that resulted in the death of one of his close friends and teammates. But I don't know. He needs to pick it up because he could be a really, really good goaltender at his best. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys in this one. Be sure as always to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll have more videos out when I hear stuff. Like, you know, especially when free agency gets close and I hear some rumors. And of course the draft is coming up too, and we'll see who we take with the third pick, if we keep it. Because there are people out there that think we could trade. You never know. And keep in mind, we have 2 first rounders. Do not be shocked if we traded that second first rounder for somebody. So we'll see what they do. But if I hear anything else, I'll be sure to let you guys know. But that's going to wrap it up. I'll be live in a little while for the Nuggets and Lakers, as well as the NBA draft lottery. This video will probably go up after that stream. But yeah, when this video goes up, as always, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you later. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Blue Jackets. Fire the cannon and get me a good head coach. Okay? Okay. I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Bye-bye.